So as long as Cam Ward is selected first, this will be a successful Miami NFL draft from
Pretty
a big
much.
picture view.
Yeah, I mean, he at this point, like I need to put the dot some I's and cross some T's on the Cam Ward being drafted first overall piece on stateofview.com. Like it's opening another window now. I'm going to finish it tonight. This has been, I mean, I'm not going to like say it's like secrets or like whatever, like the worst kept secret. Man, sorry, that sparkling water came back for me later. Anyways, it has just become very readily apparent through the course of this process that the Tennessee Titans are going to select Cam Ward number 1. They've already leaked it. That I think it was like 6 days ago that they were not entertaining conversations about trades for number 1. And I know people are going to be out there listening, watching, and saying, Cam, they didn't leak it. It was reported by NFL reporters through sources. Who do you think the sources are, guys? Like, you know what I mean? Like they let that out. And look, they sent half the organization down to the pro day. They brought, every football person. They brought the in-house TV network. They brought the social content creation team. Come on, guys. He's talking to them in like during pro day, making that throw on the run, stop it over there. Yeah, I'm like that. You're gonna like that up in Nashville in the practice facility too. Like he's joking, dapping them up. I mean, guys. They were at every game. They had multiple scouts. I saw them in the press box for the home games. You know what I mean? Like I know that this whole process is coming to a culmination. This has been building for a long time. And so, yeah, it would be truly shocking if Cam Ward does not go number 1 overall. I don't think that that's going to happen, but I mean, it would be truly, truly shocking. On top of that, I mean, so that having the number 1 player in the draft class or the number 1 pick, because I know people are going to say the same thing they said earlier. It's Travis Hunter, it's Abdul Carter, it's da-da-da. Fine. Having the number 1 overall draft pick in the NFL draft unequivocally makes it successful for Miami. But I think that there's room for growth. C's get degrees, you know what I mean? So like having the number 1 overall pick and nobody else, yeah, it's successful, but it's not going to give me that Fulbright scholarship kind of a thing. So I think true success for me would be both Xavier Restrepo and Elijah Arroyo being picked in the top 3 rounds. So top 96. That to me, in addition to Cam Ward going number 1. So you have 3 dudes, especially again, you have Elijah Arroyo, who's a, physical monster. I know he only had 1 healthy season in Miami, but like this is a guy who should be drafted highly. There shouldn't be more than 2 tight ends taking over him. And I did get some pushback from Michigan people when I said that I would look at Elijah Arroyo over Colston Loveland, but I think that they're more similar than they are different. So having him drafted in the 2nd or early 3rd, and then having Xavier Restrepo also up there, Muhammad Hussein, I see you in the chat saying, I know Restrepo's 40 time. I know. That was a stupid decision to go to run that on a day when you were being advised not to, and you admitted that you were unhealthy. But the stats that he put up on the page, the things that he did on the field, including running away from guys routinely, right? I mean, I know that he got caught on a 70-yard angle at Cal, but ran away from Virginia Tech, ran away from Duke, ran away from Louisville, and tripped over the 5-yard line. Because he's like, no, he didn't. Yes, he did. He was gone, and then whatever. But he had an elite change of direction drill and everything. And even with terrible 40-yard dash times, which were terrible, it doesn't have to be all 32 teams. It needs to be one team to take him in the top 3 rounds, right? So if you're looking at it from the standpoint of would every single team have taken him with then of course it's never like, yeah, I hear you, but it only takes one. And so, yeah, I think for true success, you would need Cam Ward going 1, Restrepo and Arroyo going in the second day on Friday, the top 3 rounds. And then I would say probably no more than, well, actually true success would be, and I forgot about him. True success for me, Ward 1, Restrepo, Arroyo, and Barron in the top 3 rounds. And then only no more than 2 undrafted free agents or something like that. Excuse me, from like the real premium draft eligible guys. Like I know that there are guys down the roster who are going to be, Cam McCormick's not getting drafted at 27, turning 28 off of 5 knee surgeries, years. I'm just being real. He's not. So I'm not going to say it's unsuccessful if he's undrafted free agent, which is like, that's his itch. That's his lane. Now, if you take some other guys who I believe should and will be drafted, your Sam Browns of the world, who is athletic as hell. Your Jacoby George, who I know, and I've been one who's always said he needs to grow up and he needs to stop the stupid unsportsmanlike penalties. But that's a guy who should get drafted. Hey, even there's so many teams talking about Andres Borregales and the Borregales kicking dynasty that it's more likely than not that he gets drafted than going undrafted free agent, because he's been worked out and interviewed and he's the number 1 kicker in this class by far. But now if you were to tell me, okay, well, you had only Ward at 1, Arroyo in the 3rd, and then everybody else shifts down, and 3 or 4 of the guys who I believe are of draft quality not being drafted, that would be one of those low C kind of success grade things. So yeah, it will be interesting. Falconer TRX, appreciate it. Restrepo is a Moneyball value pick. Yeah, I think that he is. I also think that he's more athletic than he showed on Pro Day, because he was injured and he tried to run injured with a strained hamstring that he tweaked during warmups, which, hey, it is what it is. But, just like I said, even when he was in college, you need guys to catch the ball. You need guys to move the chains. You need that in the pros too. And you need guys who can go and score as well. But you still need chain movers, and I think that he can be one of those. So that's just kind of my view of the NFL draft from a Miami Hurricanes perspective, starting with Cam Ward at number 1 overall. Hopefully the other guys all getting – I mean, I would just love it if all of them got drafted. But, kind of gave my viewpoint of like what rounds makes reasonable sense, towards qualifying that as a success. And I'm sure that we will talk about it and recap that and more on stateofview.com.
All right, folks, I think we've done some good work tonight. Cam in particular, of course, leading the way. Appreciate you being here, folks, at the Voice of College Football. Stay tuned for more from Cam, whether it be on this particular show or throughout the week.
The only thing that I will say to Muhammad Hussein's last chat that I'm going to put on screen, wowzers. And if you're listening to this only, Muhammad Hussein says Cam Ward is better than Caleb Williams and Jaden Daniels. I will say that right now. That's high praise. And I'm not sure that I am going to go out on that limb with you. But, okay. It's something that, hey, you can hop in the comments, or I'm sure that, when I post the piece on stateofview.com tomorrow, you guys can debate that. But, as you see it right on the screen, please be sure that you come on over and fan with us. Always open, always Canes, all the time. Your leader in commentary and analysis. On Twitter at Underwood Sports. And yeah, it's been real. It's been fun. It's been real fun. I love being here with you guys. And we'll check you out next time.